This little food chopper is a top seller on Amazon, and it actually promises to save you quite a bit of time and easy to clean. But do buyers really know all the features of it and some of the drawbacks before buying it? So we actually bought one and put it to the test. And right off the bat, I see a couple of flaws. So every kitchen needs a food chopper, whether it's a kitchen that's being used on a daily basis or minimal weekly use. And if you're prepping any type of food, one of these choppers can come in handy. The question is this actually replacing your heavy duty food processor food chopper, or is this only good for certain kitchens that's doing minimal work? That's what we're going to take a look at today. And we're going to look at what it delivers and if there's any downfalls. So I picked up the Ganiza food chopper for about 35 bucks, which is pretty inexpensive, to see if it actually makes things easier, how it chops things, and also how easy is it to set up, to break down, and wash and clean. So here's another hands-on review by OnToReviews for you guys. We test the products to save you time and money. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now it's a good time. So what comes in the box? You get two 8-cup bowls, one metal, stainless steel, and one glass. They're both actually pretty nice, pretty light. It's not like thick or heavy duty, but it does the job. So they both come with a silicone ring that you can install. Easy to also take off if you want to wash them and whatnot. They're just basically so you can have them on for any surface that you're working on and you want to have that extra grip so they don't move around. And then it comes with one cover that actually fits both. It's to be used on either or. This is what the motor sits on. I do want to mention this. It's not a full tight top. It just basically is to be positioned on here to use the motor and to be taken off. So I'm sure you could store it this way if you wanted to in the fridge. But again, just knowing that when you pick it up, the top does come off. And it also comes with 4 blades, which is also something I want to get into. The way they talk about it is the metal to be used for your meats and the glass one for vegetables and anything else that you're chopping. The interesting part is the design on the blades. You have the option of having a single blade if you're having, few things on the bottom, or if you're filling it up and you want to chop more things, you're able to actually add the second one by twisting this on and putting it down, and you've got 2 or 4 blades actually running. So we find that most of the time we're using all 4 blades. They give you an extra set. In the actual manual, doesn't say anything about the blades being different. And when I looked at them in detail and used them, all the 4 blades are exactly the same way. They're not giving you any type of different cut or texture on the blades. So in my opinion, what you would want to do is probably have one set that you're using for your vegetables and everything else, and the other set that you're going to be using primarily for your raw meats. So that could be a nice setup for you. And I would probably mark them so you know which is which. So cleaning is also pretty easy, which matters because if something like this is annoying to clean, you're just not going to use it as much, except for the motor unit itself. Everything here is washable and easy to wash. On this unit, even the manufacturer, the owner's manual suggests you cannot put any water on this or around this. So there is one section here where this is, by the way, common for a lot of these type of food processors. This part right here is exposed directly to any sauce or anything that you're doing. And in our use, we did get a little bit of the food splashing back up in this area, which is not a big deal. And I'm just saying that because you will need to clean this part with probably a damp paper towel or something from time to time, but this is not to be washed, and everything else is really easy to clean. When you want to get set up with this, one of the things that I think is a flaw, I would have loved to have seen this with actual marks of cups, of measuring cups on here. For when you're making any type of sauces or dressings or anything like that, it would be really helpful just to have this one instead of having additional things, cups and things out there. So that's one of the flaws that I see with it. It's a simple fix. The other thing that I would have liked to see is for these blades, perhaps to get one that's a single one and the other one that actually comes in as a double and it's already attached permanently that way. And the reason for that is two things. One of them, I don't like the idea of continuously having to undo and redo this, especially when you don't have these blade covers on. It just is basically giving you more reasons to, create an injury or cut. The second thing is also, if you don't remove it and you don't clean it, you could get a lot of, little food stuck in the crevices here, which is, again, I just find it to be not fully sanitary. Again, in my opinion, it would be nice to just have this set up instead of having 4 pieces like that. As far as the start with this, you do need to chop up some of your stuff. It's not like you can just throw in a full onion and expect it to actually chop it evenly for you. You would need to probably cut that onion in 4s to get more of an even chop. Like when I made this salsa here, we did some meats with it. I'm not a huge fan of doing meats in the chopper, but it does a good job. Again, you do have to cut the meats down to about 1.5 to 1.5 inches to get a nice even cut. But as far as the levels that you'll get through this with, how finely it chops it, you're gonna have to monitor that. It's not like you can just put everything in and say, if I go for 10 seconds, everything is going to be kind of like a medium chop. And if I hit it again for another 20 seconds, then I'm going to get a fine chop. It's basically, you have to like run it for about 5-10 seconds, take the cover off, make sure everything is kind of moved around if you want to get bigger chunks, and hit the, hit the button again to have it go on for a little bit longer and kind of monitor where you want to stop. If you continue, it will go all the way down to a really fine grade. That's one thing to keep in mind. The second thing is the manufacturer themselves suggest not running the motor for longer than 30 seconds. It will overheat, and then once it overheats, it will automatically shut down, and you're gonna have to basically leave it off for a minimum of 2 minutes or until it cools down again before it starts again. So that's another huge downfall. I think overall, it's great if you're just kind of like, you're cooking and you don't want to sit there and chop onions or garlic or some of the bigger vegetables, and it's fine, it's going in the food or your omelet like I made here, which is basically just chopping up your broccolis, we got some spinach here, we got some garlic, chop all that up, it's going in the eggs, it's perfect. I like that texture. But if you're thinking like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and make this like perfect salsa where all my all my tomatoes are going to be cubed and all my onions are going to be perfectly cubed, this is not going to give you that. But you got few people coming over, you want to do a quick salsa for yourself, great for that. You want to do a sauce in this thing, which I've done with this pasta sauce here, it's fantastic for that. So I think it actually does a lot of the small jobs that's really just quick. Again, think in your mind that, hey, I'm going to use this thing, and whatever it is that's chopping, it's going to take 30 seconds or 2 intervals of 30 seconds, and I'm done. That's all I need. Easy to wash, easy to put away and store. For $35, perfect for that. In my opinion, this is not going to replace your heavy-duty food processor. If you're used to that at home, this is not a replacement for it. This is a great starter one too. If you've never had one and you're just starting to cook and you want to get some things automatically quickly chopped, fantastic starting point at $35. For us, since we do a lot of cooking at home, I would buy this again. But again, I'm very selective about what things I'm going to be using this for. Again, if we used it for meats, I wouldn't be using it for meats. We have a grinder for that. For vegetables and stuff, this is perfect for that. For quick salsas and stuff, for sauces, perfect for that. I hope this was useful. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, please let us know below. If there's any other products you want us to review, please let us know. We're always looking for new products to get our hands on. And give this a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much, and come back for the next review soon.